Hello, 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 hello. My second live stream today. Let me allow you all to get in. For those who may be new to the channel, I am Crypto Queen. Got some great news for the education, maybe the revelation about cryptocurrency being the new digital money, the new virtual money, and why, even though this will not be this change, this movement for some people, I say it that way, not for all, will take away a lot of um your privacy. Hey Gwen, it's my second live, but I was listening to something. Um Gwen, I don't have the crochets in, so I have to get used to it. I was listening to something I wanted to share with you all, and it's going to take away a lot of privacy, um, a lot of cash privacy transactions that people are accustomed to. And then you're also going to see, one second, everything kept on the blockchain. I just go in on one of my other, hello, Lee Brown, aka Les Brown. Um, I just saw Dr. Forms, Power Forms come in on one of my videos, the last live stream that I did, that the person was, uh, wanted to discuss the number 33 as the Freemasonry number, but couldn't elaborate on what that really meant. As I did the live stream on Bank of America, 33, excuse me, y'all, $33,000 deposit. The man that deposited $33,000 into Bank of America, right? Thank you, Gwen. Said my hair looks great. The branch closed, and his deposit went with it. Now, this is the part I didn't get, is that okay, the branch closes, right? He still should be able to have access to his money. So you all come in. I found what I was looking for. Hit that like, hit that share button. Thank you so much. So I'm listening to something audio that's that's it's pretty old. I actually got this on sale. It's Steve Harvey's Jump, right? It's the audio version. I believe in making your vehicles, the time that you spend in your vehicles for learning, right? For learning. And this is an old book. Let me see if I can find out what year. I don't see it on here, but 2016. 2016. So Steve Harvey released this book, Jump, in 2016. I still have the audio, which is I still have CD player in my vehicle, right? Some people don't have that option, but I still have that CD player option. So I decided today to look at the video. Thank you all. Yeah, you read that book. And so, what's up, Cool C? I probably won't be saying hello to you all much, but keep the comments coming. I will look at it after I finish the live stream, right? Finish this video. Keep the comments coming and like and share this video. And so, I'm listening to Jump out of 2016, and I come to the part where Steve Harvey is talking about that he got deep into taxes. Now, also a part of this book is when he was the host for the Miss America pageant, right? He's the host for Miss America pageant, and or Miss Universe, one of them, Miss something, and he calls out the wrong name of the winner, and he talks about that. But I just really want to reorient to people, whether you know it or not, right? You all get those likes up, get those likes up. Your taxes is definitely your biggest expense. Now, I was reflecting on some things on my last live stream because the guy with the number 33 conversation kind of threw me off. And you get that, or I get that when I'm live streaming, because it's a live stream, right? And you never know what you're going to get. It's kind of like what Forrest Gump says, like life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. So when you get a live studio audience, I get different people all the time versus just uploading videos. Oh my God, that car just ran that red light. And so he kind of I felt, you know, I felt like breaking down the number 33 and to explain the difference in numerology and gematria. But my thing is with him, and I blocked him off my channel, right? So hello, Dr. Forms. Thank you, Dr. Forms. I saw your comment. With him, he don't really understand gematria either, because gematria is the decoding of letters and numbers. Numerology specifically is understanding numbers. But this is what I have to say about that as we're talking about numbers and taxes and Steve Harvey's book, Jump. If you cannot apply your knowledge, people, to everyday life, everyday circumstances, you can be as spiritual as you want to be. You can be as religious as you want to be. And you will be suffering in this earth realm if you don't understand how they both connect. It does, and that's why I was trying to elaborate on my last live stream. You all don't know what I'm talking about. I just did it up, made it a couple of hours ago. Go back and look at it. What good does it benefit a person to know 33? That's just one of the components of 33. It's Freemasonry or Freemason. And you don't know what that means in your everyday life. You can't translate that. Right? To me, you're not spiritual and deep because you feel like you research numbers if you can't have a normal conversation with people about the numbers. That's why many people don't accept spirituality, because of people like that. It's a borderline of intellect and ignorance. That's what it is. It's a borderline of intellect and ignorance. And so, that's just my little rant. I see Monique. And then another person, and I don't think I elaborated on this on the live stream, asked about the home-based business. And the specific question was, I'm on disability or I'm disabled. I don't know why that person wants to relay that message to me, other than they felt like, maybe sometimes people see, there's two times, right? It's two times, right? When people ask those questions about their social security or disability income, you got the two types of people. One type of person wants to get out of that, right? That's a threshold. Thank you so much, William. I'm at a stop sign, so I can look at the comments for a second. I don't even have my lip gloss on, right? But one person asks, or they tell you about their financial situation because they're tired of having that income bracket. They're ready to be out. They want to be out of their income bracket. Another person asks you that because they're saying, I don't want to make too much money because I don't want my social security or disability to cut off. So, okay. No, I don't call anybody. I promise you I don't. I don't call anybody. You can text me. This is why. I don't call anybody. My time is valuable, right? When you get in the business of doing business with me and we're in the grind together, you're going to get, because I got a private Zoom coming up, right? I got a private Zoom. And if I have private trainings for people to ask questions, I'm not going to take time out in the day of wasting my time, right? When I have over 100 people to help in the business, right? I know you think it's just you. I have over 100 people that's in my organization that I'm responsible for in the business. So unless you can elaborate to me the nature of the call or why we're calling or why I should be pursuing to call you, I don't make those phone calls. Oftentimes when people ask me to text them or call them, they don't understand that if you really want to stay successful financially, you don't waste your time having phone calls that can be answered in group settings. That your day is planned to be prosperous and successful. And that people's time is valuable, and you should look at time as an asset. Now, I'm going to give you an example, right? We have a $129 special, right? $129 special. Now, if someone, and my friend guy and I were just discussing this today, and I'm going to get on Steve Harvey and taxes, right? We're going to take the whole, as I'm going around the loop right now when I'm driving, we're going to go all around. We're going to do the full 360 circle, right? Because I'm attracting people that's ready to level up in life financially and not make excuses. That's tired of living in a rut, that $129 investment for the value of what this business offers is not a stress or strain for them. That's not looking for an excuse within the first week of business to get out. Those are the type of people I'm ready to work with, who are really ready to double up their money so they can prepare and try to thrive and not survive in this recession. Those are the only people I want to work with. That's it. People that's going to be on the private Zooms, people that can handle me talking with through private Zooms and getting their questions answered, and people that understand protocol in business, right? Because believe it or not, some people just want my time just to hear me on the phone, like, because they see me on these live streams. I'm like, okay, what's the nature of the call? They can't even elaborate on that part. Any questions that have to be asked to do business, right? You don't go to the manager or owner of any other business or a McDonald's franchise or when McDonald's, right? Let's say you want to have a McDonald's franchise, and once you invest your money in that franchise, you don't call the business person that's over the operation that have sold you that franchise and after 3 days and say, hey, I want out, I want to cancel. When you haven't tried, your money's just lost. When you haven't tried anything to be successful, right? So you got two types of people. You got people that want to stay on limited income, that's fine with their financial situation. And then you got people that's tired as hell of their financial situation. And they won't get offended when they understand that a person is helping people make money, and they won't feel like they are obligated to get a person's time for free. Right? Nothing for free ever benefits. It never levels up. So to make sure that we are making best use of each other's time, you get those guidelines set, right? Because people that have time to waste people will waste your time. And if you allow people to waste your time, they will waste your money as well. Let me say that again. If you allow people to waste your time, they will waste your dime. People that are not doing anything productive are the only ones that think that anybody should pick up the phone and have a chat with them when they're not in the business of doing business with them. They have no business relationship, no ties. And even people that have business relationship with you should understand business protocol, and that a person's time should be valued, not expected, request. Because a person's time is the only thing they can never get back in life. Right? A person's time, right, is the only thing that they cannot get back in life. So when you're asking for a person's time, make it a valuable request. Make it a valuable request. Make sure it's a request that cannot be answered in a text message. Make sure, right, that you just don't want a person's time. So this is the main, I learned this from credit repair. The main reason why people want you to pick up the phone and talk to you is to spill over to you their problems. They just want somebody to talk about their problems to. And then after they discuss their problems with you, they're probably hoping that you will offer some type of free services after they've just invested nothing in you for your time. That's why I have a consulting website that for people that want my time, for me to instill value in them, to give them directions, to give them knowledge, to help them financially, mentally, or emotionally, right? You have to take the first move and invest in my time first. My time is not free. It's not free. So back to taxes. And let me say this again too, because I have the number on the screen for people that want to do business and people that saying, okay, Queen, I see the money I'm getting now is not enough. I'm barely making it. I got some serious financial issues. Or you may not have serious financial issues. You just want a better life. You just want a better life. You're tired of not having time for your children. You're tired of being stressed out. You're tired of not having options where you can't call a boss or a person and ask for a day off. You're tired of working hard and putting in hours for a paycheck only to see 30 to 40% of it taken in taxes. And I'm gonna let you listen to this audio where if you think taxes is not a joke, you're tired of living with bad credit. I had a person that asked me today, if the credit repair program is $79.97, will the experts just repair everything at one time? Or will they just repair a little to drag it along to get my $80 a month? $80 a month, people, $80 a month. And I told them, I said, well, as in you would Lexington Law or any monthly subscription plan where they are giving you the opportunity to come in at a low upfront cost, right? A very low upfront cost, then you expect them to just go all in, right? 100% of your negative credit for $80. You just want that done in like 1 month. Any month-to-month credit repair program is going to dispute anywhere from 1 to 5 negative items per month. Now, if you have over 5, right? If you have over 5, well, that's what I'm looking for, April. Let's put in the work. Let's put in the work. Now, I was able to look down. I can't see the long stuff you put. I just saw the short thing because I'm driving, right? I can't even read that because I'm driving. I'm not even gonna try to read. I just saw the short thing. So you probably don't want to text long text in this because I'm not, and I might not even go back and look at it in this video if I don't have time. But what I'm saying is, because I have to do a training tonight anyway, so I might not even look at the comments in this video. And I'm driving and I'm not going to keep my head down trying to look at long comments. But what I'm saying is, people can't, and April, I saw something, say you're going to put in the work. Listen, people, you can make excuses or you can make money, but you can't make both, right? You can make excuses or you can make money, but you cannot. Yeah, you got to pay the cost to be the boss. You can make excuses or you can make money or you can't make both. You can't make both. You can make excuses or you can make more money, but you cannot make both. It's not going to happen. And so with that being said, I said, well, that's depending on your credit profile. How many negatives do you have? Right? That's just like taking a vehicle to a mechanic with major engine or transmission problems. And the mechanic tells you, well, instead of me charging you the upfront costs, I'm going to help you out. And I'm going to put you on a low month-to-month payment because you're telling me you don't have everything upfront of what these services upfront or what my services will usually be. So instead of paying me $3,000, I'm just going to put you on a payment plan for $300 a month. And then you tell that mechanic, well, I want the job done in 4 weeks for 300, and but I want to make the monthly payment because that's all I can afford. Well, you don't have a voice. You're not in position. You only get a voice in a matter when your money can back it, right? You want credit repair and you want the full bells and whistles. See, I used to do credit repair. And if it was a $1,500 job or $2,000 job or a $600 job, I'd say, okay, pay me up front. And everything on that credit repair, I would throw it out the first 30 days. But when you don't have upfront money, people, you cannot have upfront expectations. Let me say that again. Yeah, I need to be safe because I don't need to be, according to some people, I don't need to be driving and live streaming, but a lot of YouTubers do it. To me, I'm just talking and looking at the road at the same time. But thank you. I really received that. I received it. Well, you do not have upfront money. You don't have upfront expectations. So when people were dropping $1,500 on me, $2,000, sometimes $3,000 for a bankruptcy because I had to dispute, and that was cheap. I had to dispute 3 different credit agencies. Queen, you gonna dispute my bankruptcy the first? Yep, first month. Give me the 3K. 1K for each credit bureau. 1K for TransUnion, 1 for Experian, and 1 for Equifax. Yep, drop me the 3K, and we're gonna do it like Burger King, and you can have it your way. That's good. See, when you can drop that money, you can have it your way. But for month to month pricing plan, not that the service is going to be lesser than, it's just going to be slower than, because that's the month to month, you know, obligations now. Or it can be. Some people have gotten what they needed done. It depends on, again, what's on your credit report. You might have 1 or 2 collections. And for $80, you can get that off in 30 days. Because that's all you have. But if you have more than 4 or 5 negative accounts and you want it done within 2 months, and I get it. Some people with Lexington Law, they may be with Lexington Law for a year, and they're like, I'm tired of paying this monthly subscription, and I only in a year's time I'm seeing one thing off my credit, right? But not all credit repair agencies are created equally. In fact, most people don't know that it's supposed to be a month-to-month payment. The way I was doing it up front, it's not even supposed to be that way. But because of my results, and I was, God gifted me, and I was just that good with credit repair, I wanted my money up front. Because also, unfortunately, a lot of people don't know is that when people have a lot of bills on their credit report that have not been paid, if you put them month to month, and they didn't pay that credit card bill or as agreed on time, that's why they're paying you. You won't get paid either by giving them month to month plans. That's right, Patricia. Money talks, right? Multitasking at its finest. No lies. I see that tone here. Thank you all for the short comments. When you're dealing with a certain criteria of people who, and I tell people all the time, I'm gonna change the title of this video too, because I know I'm gonna get some people watch the replay and like, you came on talk about Steve Harvey taxes and you went on a rant. I did. I usually do that when I drive. Most people that have bad credit is because they're in negative cash flow. Not that they're bad people and they just have intentions on not paying people as agreed on time. It's a negative cash flow problem. In most cases, some people they had a gym membership, the credit card expired, the gym membership put a collection on there, and it just popped up, and they was not aware that their credit card expired. And you do have some pop-up things that happen in life, or people just didn't know about accounts and that went into collection. It was not that they did anything on that they knowingly knew as far as not paying. It's just that they didn't know about certain accounts, and they popped up on their credit repair. So let me let you all listen to this. Tell me what you all think about this. Steve Harvey. It's the audio version from his book 2016 Jump. Let me know why. I'm gonna let you know why $129 is more valuable than what most people know, right? So let me get this going.
For 7 whole years, I hadn't paid a dime to the IRS. Even though each year...
Steve Harvey said 7 years he hadn't paid a dime to the IRS. Let me rewind it. If I can get it to that point. Well,
I owed so much money I could not think straight. Over 8 figures. I had married Marjorie. I had 7 children and a new wife who were depending on me.
let me try to. Our children won't even know what the word rewind means, right? Isn't that something? Our children won't even know what the word rewind means. What do you mean I already text? I'm driving. I'm not gonna. Oh my God. I'm driving.
IRS that type of money, which we didn't have. We started our marriage in a financial hole. I was worried that
I don't know. I don't know if I can get it back.
she thought I was, or that she needed me to be. It was one of the toughest conversations of my life to have to tell her. I had just found the woman of my dreams. We just blended our families and moved to a new state. And we were now faced with a devastating financial situation so early in our marriage. And people on my team who said, Steve, don't tell her. It's better that she doesn't know. But I knew I couldn't do that. As Slick Harvey's son, I knew that I wouldn't be able to face myself as a man if I didn't come clean to her. My father set a strong example for me and my brothers about how to be a good father and husband. He never let our family down. My father always made sure that we were covered and protected. I remember distinctly when I was a little boy, probably around age 8 or so, standing there waiting for my mother to pull on her coat for our bus ride downtown. My father came in the room and said, very simply, you and your mother are going downtown. Watch out for your mother. That was rule number 1 in my father's house. Take care of your mother. So growing up, I knew that as a man, one of my most important responsibilities was to protect the women in my life, my mother, my sisters, and my wife. Although I couldn't imagine what Marjorie's response would be, I knew there was no way I could be anything less than completely honest with her by owning up to the problem. I just thought, if this woman leaves me over this, I will be the most surprised man on earth. I had faith in God. I told her about the bill and what it would mean for us financially. You will have to purchase most of the hard, meaningful lessons in your life, and they will be expensive. The lessons I was about to learn were going to cost tens of millions. It doesn't mean that you will always have to pay for your lesson in cash, but trust me, you will have to pay with something valuable. Time, opportunities lost, or an inconvenience of some kind. It's necessary to understand that when we fail big, while we're in the center of the disaster, we're in the midst of our greatest lesson. After I sat down with Marjorie and explained that we were in a lot of trouble, she cried. It was her way of getting ready for us to go to work. Marjorie is the kind of person who cries to get it out of her system and then goes to work in addressing the issue. She stayed right by my side. When a tax advisor told me it would take at least 12 years to dig out of that hole, she stayed. When I told her just how hard I would have to work and how often I would be away from home, she promised me that she would continue to be my rock. It's awful to wake up and feel like you can't take care of your family how you want to. I was not deterred. I had experienced all kinds of money issues in my life. I have been in every economic situation you can be in. I've been dirt poor, I've been homeless, I've lived check to check. At each of those challenging moments in my life, I kept my faith, and it saw me through. This new problem would be no different. I got my plan together to pay off the debt. I have always been committed to a strong work ethic. I was no stranger to hard work. I come from a family of hard workers. My father gave me my work ethic. I watched him work hard every day. He worked first as a coal miner because that's the type of work he could get in rural West Virginia. Then he started working in construction and eventually became a foreman. I was cut from the same cloth. The only time I'm ever still is when I'm on vacation and need to recharge my batteries. That is the only time I am intentionally not productive. When I go to bed at night, I recharge my batteries, but I'm right back at it the next day. I believe that if I take one step, God will take two. So why would I not keep stepping? If I'm doing one and he's doing two, I'm going to get along a lot faster than not taking any steps. But often people will put all the pressure on God.
Yeah.
I don't know why God isn't blessing me, they'll say. Yet they haven't given God anything to bless. God can bless your steps if you're taking some. He cannot bless your steps if you're not taking any. Oh Lord, I can't find a job. You pray and lament, yet you haven't left the house. I believe in putting my hope in motion. You gotta give God something to work with.
Put your hope in motion.
Aside from being away from my family,
Give God
I did
something to
not
work
feel
with.
any way about taking on the extra work. I was willing to take on any and every job available. I worked every Friday and every Saturday. I was on the road more than I was home. Marjorie held it down while I was out there hustling. In my absence, leaving Marjorie alone with our children, I essentially made her a single parent at times. I was confident in her dedication to me, and I never felt alone while I was on the road. I knew that if she could stand with me through owing all this money, she'd stand with me through anything. To pay down the tax bill, I basically lived at the airport during the first few years of our marriage as I traveled from city to city, making appearances and hosting gigs. My goal was to pay off the bill in less than 12 years, and I jumped on it. I could not wait to get on the other side of the tax bill. To be honest, I was fearful about the tax debt. I knew there were people who had gone to jail for not filing taxes. I went back to the hustle and grind mentality. Inch by inch, everything's a cinch. I knew that I had no singular resource that could get me out of this much tax debt. There was no one job, no one gig that would get me out of it. I tried the shotgun approach. I started signing an accumulation of contracts for everything presented to me. Book deals, game show deals, whatever it was. But my most important resource was that I was a stand-up comedian and could sell out an arena anywhere in the country.
So that's that. This is going to be our Black History book today. I want to do A.G. Gaston, but I have been busy and I have a private Zoom training for those persons that's in the work from home opportunity today that I have to prepare for. I just left an entrepreneur meeting with a great friend guy who's doing his own thing, expanding his businesses. So I surround myself with people that have the right mentality, the millionaire mentality, people that are tired of their current situation. And let me say this, and then I'm gonna log off. Um, I want to ask you all this question, right? I want to ask you all this question because again, I told you $129 to make thousands, to increase your cash flow, increase your income, to have experts working on your credit 24/7, 365 days out of the week, to have experts working on your tax bill, right? Saving you more from FICA and taxes, to have the opportunity to get referral commission money. See, it's earned income, and that's all most people know, right? That's all most people know. But if you want to get commission from passive income or residual income, right? Thank you so much. Research then react. I love that. If you are ready to level up, as gas prices is right at $3 again, or in some states over $3, you can see it at the grocery stores, right? Or even listen, people, even if you have, and this is no shade against anybody, no shade. I'm saying this with love, as Michael Jackson would say. But even if you have government assistance with EBT card, um, EBT is getting less and less. It's purchasing you less and less now even in your shopping cart, than what it used to. Even that EBT card that you used to see, the shopping carts just filled to capacity, is purchasing people less and less groceries. And if you have children and you're getting less and less groceries, right? Even with that, you got to do something. Like Steve Harvey said, you cannot give the infinite God, infinite spirit, nothing to work with and expect a whole lot back or something back in return. That's not how life works. And I wanted you all to hear this from him, because everybody that's rich and wealthy understand that taxes is their biggest debt. And I'm saying this to say this. If you are the poor working class, or you're a middle class, and you don't have a plan, you're not prepared right now, right, for this digital money to come into play, you are going to look this summer, this April, as the United States has already sent troops going into war. We know that war means more printed money. We already have a supply chain, which means higher pricing is on the way, more printed money, and war people only make rich and wealthy people rich and wealthier. It destroys the middle class, and it definitely pushes down the poor working class into another level of poverty. People are now taking $6,000 cash advance. Let me tell you something. If I was taking up to $6,000 back in cash advance, I would definitely invest $129 into this business opportunity that allows me to work from home and to network with people that have the same mindset and mentorship that I need to take advantage of this recession, aka depression, not to be the pauper on the other side of it. The blockchain, see, the IRS is already making so many, you know, statements now, that, hey, we sent out the wrong letters, for people that got the child tax credit, a further delay. Oh, we only have 16,000 employees. A further delay, right? Which means that now they're going to go to more electronic AI, replacing the jobs of people. And now they're saying, okay, now we want you to take selfies and upload it on ID Me to have access to our portal. All electronic. See, when cryptocurrency and CBDCs go into play, everything you do is on the blockchain. I got people that are business owners right now who are accepting nothing but cash, because Cash App and Venmo, they have to report that to the IR to the S. If you don't understand taxes now, people, you're going to understand it the hard way. I'm going to give you an insider secret. Shh. Insider secret. This is a secret amongst us millionaires or us community. You can establish your credit. You can eliminate your debt. And if you can have cash flowing producing assets, not just assets, they got to be cash flowing producing asset. And cryptocurrency, people, you will become rich. And you won't need any other type of systems but the good Lord, the infinite God, infinite spirit power from here on out. Where time is on your side and not working against you, because now your money is making money. Now your investments are making investments. And now you have time freedom. I'm going to say this. I was talking to someone and I asked them what was their budget. They said they did not have the money, the $129 for the home-based business. And I said, okay, I know you just got paid, right? And they said, yes, I did. And I said, and you still broke? They said, yes. So, okay, you say you don't have the money? Yes. I said, okay, how long have you been working at a job or your current job, right? The answer was 16 years. I said, okay. So you've been working, and I was having this conversation today with my friend guy, right? You've been working at this job for 16 years, and on payday, you don't have $129 for something that can help you credit-wise, something that can help you cash flow-wise, to have a cash flowing asset, and something in which experts can look at your paycheck and see if you're overpaying in taxes, all you got to do is upload it, and they're IRS experts, and you can position yourself out of your paycheck to get more money back. And you don't have that money from working a job in 16 years. If you don't do something differently, you're going to have the same problem 16 years from now. Yes or no? Yes or no? If you don't have $129 to invest in the business, and what you've been doing for the last 5 years, 10 years, 15 years is not working to where $129 investment to get you extra income, to keep your credit always in good standing, to get you extra cash flow by giving people your testimonial, by telling people about the business, and then you're compensated. And you can get 10 different ways of passive income, residual income, without working a job. If you don't do something differently than what you're doing, you're going to be in the same situation, if not worse, another 16 years from now. I want you to think about that. Pause. If you don't understand that whenever you use the government money, I'm going to make this illustration. Whenever you use the government money, that's why I'm so passionate about teaching this and getting people in. This is a $10 bill. When I work a job for it, FICA take this much. Now, I know some people say, well, I'm getting retired income. I'm getting government income. I'm not taxed. You are taxed. It's called inflation. That's another tax. Now, so the government take 30, 40% off the top. I'm cutting it, I'm folding it in half because the other 50% is taken through my vision insurance, my health care insurance, my dental, my accidental, my cancer, through my job. So this is how much I get deposit in the bank. On my 10, I get 5 deposit in my bank account. I don't know that, right? My gross was already gross, but now this is my net, right? Thank you, Nerd 2 says good teaching. This is what you get. I got Nerd 2. I got to make people understand that this is what happens when you have a job, a 1099 as well, or sometimes a small business. So you take home half of this, and here's your checking account, right? Now, I'm about to go into this store. When I go into this store, guess what? For me to spend this $5 that was 10, I'm going to get 7% tax again, because it's the government money. They took it out of my paycheck in the first already. And have you all even noticed that on this it says, in God we trust? And most people think that they are talking about the God that you read about in the Bible. No, they're not. They're telling you who God is. Look, it says right under that, U.S. Treasury with the American flag. And the bill, that's who they're telling you, we're your gods, because you labor for us. And you trust us when we give this to you, and we give you half of it. And we give you half of it. Let me take that call. And so now when I go spending, people, they're going to charge me 7% for spending the In God We Trust money. That's even more taxes. And people don't understand taxes. You're a big stealer of wealth. So what you do, you take this and you put it into assets and you invest in something. Like if I want it, I say, okay, I'm going to put this and add $29 to it and invest in a home-based business. And that way, my $10 now is 70% because I've added 471 tax deductions as an employee. I have exemptions, and I'm not giving the government, aka God, 30% out of every paycheck. So I get to keep a little bit more. That's a little bit, because inflation is going to take the other taxes. That's the value of this business. For one of these in a 20 stack and a 5 stack and 4 ones. That's what you get. That freedom of breaking your back and getting less and less out of your paycheck. That freedom of getting business income and not earn income, because business income is taxed on the back end. Job income, labor income is taxed up front. You see it, FICA, state, then your insurance, they take it out from the front. With business money, residual income, you get a 1099 at the end of the year. That's taxed on the back end. And it's taxed less. It's taxed less because you are a corporation. That's why your Social Security card has the same ID numbers that a $100 bill will have, except it have it in red. That's why your job calls it human resources. You are a human resource for the government, and they tax you accordingly. And you are in that slave system. You got to get out. You got to get out the matrix. You got to understand what's going on. But hey, again, I got to do my private Zoom for my business partners. You come a business partner with me in the next 30 minutes. I send you a text. You can get in too. Let's get this training, people, so we can get our money up. We can get our mindset up. We can get our mission up. And we can really, really learn how to live in heaven on earth. You're not here so you can die and go to heaven. You're here so you can implement heaven here. That's the purpose. That's the purpose. Wall Street. That's right. So now I can read the comments. But hey, you all, I'm signing out. Text 129. That's how it is. This is a special limited time opportunity to get in. You will not see these prices again, or this investment cost opportunity again. Once it ends, it's over with. The company has already said it's too valuable to offer it at this amount. But because we're in a recession, we're doing a cash flow promotion to help people. You're not going to see, and yes, this is millionaire moves. Millionaire people don't trip. Kings and queens don't trip about 129. They understand the value. They understand what I just broke down. They understand what Steve Harvey didn't understand, but he had to learn the hard way. That taxes is your biggest stealer of wealth. So if you can't learn that on a middle class level, you're not going to learn it on a millionaire's level. And most people say, well, I'm going to invest in real estate. Look at that. Mercedes look good. Mercedes look good. I'm going to invest in real estate. See, people, anybody can buy a piece of property. Anybody can buy a real estate property and say they're going to invest in it. The issue is, can you hold on to it, because it requires management. Most people don't have the management skills. Most people don't even know how to screen a tenant to let them know if they're going to be a good tenant. Then when you go to collect rent, they got all types of excuses. You won't believe the stuff people come up with. The cat died, the dog died, the cat got COVID, the dog got COVID. They bumped their big toe. They checked that they get in the mail. Got rainwater on it. You think the same tax deductions and passive cash flow that you can get from investing in real estate without having to put thousands into a flip property or a rental property or Airbnb, the same value, the same tax deduction that you would get for investing in a Starbucks franchise or a McDonald's and system, you get in this home-based business for 129. So text me right now, 254-788-1144. I love you. For those people that's in the business, I see you in the private Zoom 101. You all be safe, be healthy, be wealthy. Queen out.